welcome back to Big Campaign Stories. I'm Jeff, your DM and narrator, and we have a special guest today. But we'll get to that during our lightsaber checks. John.
Me first. This is John playing as Lucius. And I got an 18. Mav, go for it.
Hey, this is Mav. I played Josh, and I got a 6. Sean.
Hey, I'm Sean, and I play fours. I got a 13. Psycho.
Hi, everybody. I'm Psycho. I'm back, and I got a 5.
You have to do the session
Give
recap.
us the recap.
Yeah. So what happened last session? I don't know.
That makes it a bit tough. So we will start this session on a Mon Air Hedron-powered ship as it glides across the empty sky. The ship is crossing over Embrath as it starts to shift, eventually passing over the massive half-mountain that Pauldron's made of, and then south of the Pine Barrens, and then to Farthen. But for right now, a couple of rift drakes dance in the streams created by the airship as they start to cross Ulden Strait. Leaving the land behind, we go to the top deck, with the warm wind passing over our 4 heroes. An Illican steward walks up and will hand out 3 drinks and a cup of hot water. She will bow and then leave. You guys are all on top of the ship. Desmond, what do you look like?
Right now, Desmond would be in his armor per usual. He never takes it off. He refuses to. The only time he does is when he is in the shower. He would be holding his drink in his hand, feet up in whatever kind of way he can do it, while with his cigar, staring at everybody, and just kind of try to gauge the room. He's really only familiar when it comes to the Estabolts, like Matilda, so he doesn't know how to approach Lucius at the moment. He knows that he's here to help, but he's trying to not tread too hard in any waters. Desmond would look around with everybody. It's like, so yeah, I got a call from Matilda to give you guys a hand, and I know the other guys are gonna help your other 2 buddies, but I kind of got an idea what's going on, but maybe we should talk it out a little bit more just in case.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I'll look you over. Do you have visible weapons, or any symbols on your armor or anything like that?
You would definitely see the blade hilt because he's really extra. He's really try hard about how he lives. So his blade hilt is on his back, and then it comes out like Zero from Mega Man. So you would see that poking out over above his right shoulder, and then you would see that he would be openly carrying a heavy pistol on his side, as he always has a cigar in his mouth. It doesn't look like he's actually smoking it, but the cigar is always lit.
Perpetual flame, just in a cigar butt. Yeah, you'll see Dosh. He's super tall, 4 arms. I think he has a golden cane now, which really sells the fact that he's trying to be more humble.
Yeah.
What do you know about the compound we're going to?
Well, I know it's ran by my father for the most part.
Okay.
So that is a big kind of plus. I don't know. I haven't talked to him in a little while since I've been kind of doing my own thing for a good while at the moment. And since my name's a little sensitive at the moment, as things have happened to my family, but you guys are trying to get something from him, right?
Yeah. So maybe sounds like you probably haven't set eyes on these twin blades that were auctioned off to him.
Twin blades. I don't know. He buys a lot of stuff. I bought a lot of stuff too. I went through so many bikes, but I don't think so. Since I haven't seen him in a while, it seems like he probably just recently got them. He likes having his things. So what are these blades for? Matilda said something about a deal going on.
Yeah, in order to kind of bring Dusk Banter back together, we're gonna try to acquire these twin short swords and give them to a warlord.
Said under his breath.
Ooh, warlord sounds dangerous. I like that. I assume the way that we're supposed to procure this is not through regular means, like we're not buying it off of them.
Yeah, I don't think that we could possibly buy these.
Yeah, I figured.
Does it upset you that we're not buying them from your dad?
No, not at all. I mean, I used to steal shit from him all the time.
Not to question your loyalty, but a little bit questioning your loyalty here.
No. I just wanted to make sure if I'm here to try to talk to my dad for a deal, or if I'm here to just to try to make sure that my dad is, preoccupied, because I can, distract. I can keep a party busy.
Sounds like we have a plan, guys.
Yeah, the start of one at least.
Yeah.
I imagine we're kind of like in an outside area with drinks right now.
Yeah, kind of the top of the ferry is what I kind of had in mind, where you have the deck and the chairs that look out, and you can look out at the ocean and stuff.
I'll be wearing my owlbear cloak and speed suit, my Amon speed suit that I love so much. I'll kind of scratch my head at that with my new mechanical arm. What does that thing look like again on me?
The forearm is wrapped in various runes that can be moved or cycled, but it ends with kind of a, all 5 digits being equidistant around the circle of where it can grasp. So it can still be used as a hand, but they move around. So it's a little bit larger, not quite Mega Man thick, but smaller than Hellboy.
I'm gonna, ask that. We talking Hellboy hand?
Closer to the Hellboy hand.
So, sounds like distraction's a good idea. Sounds like maybe even figuring out where it is a good idea.
Yeah, if it's important. He's got it all probably hemmed up pretty well. So I know my guys can get a little eccentric with how they go about their things. What about your guys?
We've got a reputation.
Who, me?
You
You want to know how Toger died?
Just kind of keeping my eye on Desmond. I'm trying to gauge how he feels about Toger, or whether or not he knows. But now that Lucius just brought it up, yeah.
Desmond would lean back for a second and then take a sip of his drink while his cigar is still in his mouth, because he has to keep the facade up. So it struggles for a second as a couple of droplets drip over. He would then be like, you guys were the ones involved in that crash?
And I'll be thinking to myself, like, yeah, if you didn't see the window where that video was on the news before it just disappeared, then I guess nobody really knows, huh? Unless if you got connections.
Yeah, I mean, when I heard when he passed, I wasn't surprised. He's always been kind of reckless, making deals that he probably shouldn't, trying to go through back doors. And I mean, look, as you know how the Crow family works, a lot of us aren't, we are adopted and taken in, and I wasn't too close to him. So if you guys are worried about that I'm going to come after you and stab you in the back while we're doing this job, you have nothing to worry about.
All right.
My only other question was, how long have you been working for Matilda, or with Matilda?
It's been a little while now. She is, she's great. She,
I don't trust him at all now.
Right.
Me and my buddies were going to gang smoots because we were going to try to represent ourselves, and we ended up crossing paths in the spider forest, and we helped her clean up her a tombstone that she was looking at, and we just kind of hit it off there. And yeah, it's been pretty good ever since. She's called us a couple times to help for protection, and we've gotten a couple things for her. A little bit more than acquaintances, we're friendly and all, so everything's going good.
And I'll just be kind of looking back and forth between Desmond and Lucius. I'll be like, yeah, checks out.
Yeah, eyebrow raises a little bit, but
it seems like she's trying to help pretty well. I mean, like, I didn't know that you guys were in trouble till she called me, so it seems like you guys are pretty close.
I wouldn't say we're in trouble. We just definitely need some help.
Look, so my dad's estate, it's big, okay? It's really big. This festival the summer festival that's going on in Farthen right now, it just happened to land on the same day as his birthday, which is why he's throwing up a big event for it. And he's got a lot of security So even with us going in and stopping him, the others are still going to, need a little bit of help to get through the initial security. So I actually have a family pass card that I always have to get access through all the buildings, and then Desmond would pull out his pass card and then hand it to Lucius.
Yeah, it'll float out of your hand and into mine.
So if you can get that to your buddies, they should be able to, with my team, they should be able to have access to the grounds a lot more than just any other guest. But it's not going to get them there the entire way. Okay. Luckily, since this is a festival, since there's a festival going on, a lot of things are happening. I could possibly try to get them to put in a quote unquote work order for a delivery that our guys are bringing in something.
Yeah, that could work.
Yeah, I'll have that key card float over to Fours.
Yeah, I'll grab it.
What do you think about that?
There's no sort of photo ID that we need to worry about. We don't have to worry about being looking like anything,
Oh, no. Yeah, you'll be fine. I mean, if they decide to look at it, they'll see that it was my card, but I don't give a shit.
Yeah, most of it's just getting it through doors and whatnot.
Yeah. It's not like I haven't pulled pranks on my father like that anyways, so.
Okay. I'm gonna take a look over it and see how difficult it might be to duplicate.
You could definitely have it duplicated. You just would need the right setup for it, printer, all that.
Okay.
I mean, I'm going to be there, and it's going to be an event, so, I mean, people know who I am. So it's not like I'm going to have to be swiping my card anyway. Since the event's going on, they're going to just open the doors. So,
Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
So we don't physically need the card.
Yeah.
Unless we're trying to get into some place we're not supposed to be in, right?
I'm sure I can convince a security to let me into somewhere as long as my dad's not in the same room.
I was thinking maybe we could try to turn off video recording, at least, so that the people going in aren't sabotage their some of their security, if possible, while we're here. I don't know if that's possible or not.
Yeah, would I know if the security for the estate, because of how large it is, because it separates into the different areas, if there's one main security terminal or if there's multiple, so it wouldn't even matter?
So the estate is about 2 days long, right? Especially with Farthen, where time gets a little bit more crunched. They have to have a different security system for each day it covers.
Okay. So there's nothing we can do on this side because of time.
You could put in an order for something like 2 days from now, so that when they arrive, that's already in play.
Okay.
You can set stuff up for them.
Yeah.
It sounds like security-wise, they would have to deal with it themselves. Are any of your other guys tech-savvy?
Kind of.
Are they at least inconspicuous?
Oh, that's claw hands.
Yeah, I kind of rub my eyes at that.
Well, because my guys are not either, so they're kind of showboaty, but I mean, we'll send them a message, make sure that they cover up a little bit, If we put in a work order for them to deliver something, it shouldn't be as suspicious.
I wonder if we could put in a reboot the security system at a certain time order.
Oh,
Give
yeah.
them
A window.
you have a 5-minute window or a 10-minute window or something.
Yeah.
The old Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
I guess we should probably call that the Nedry, not the
The
Jurassic
Nedry,
Park.
do a little bit of an Nedry.
Yeah. I think we can pull off the Nedry real good.
Hey, Jeff,
Yeah.
would I be able to, for this work order, since, my whole thing, even with my dad, was trying to be a racer in bikes, would I be able to put in a work order that I'm trying to get a special bike delivered into his museum for, as in, that I want there? That could be, the work orders, which is why...
Oh, yeah.
Which is why my guys are gonna be running it with bikes, so it's not as suspicious that they have vehicles with them.
Yes. Yeah, no, that would totally work.
Like a birthday present.
All right, yeah. So then I would then tell everybody so I'll put in a work order that a bike is gonna be delivered into the museum, so it'll get our guys directly in there. They'll have my pass card to then turn off any alarms that need to be before the iron and steels come at them.
So yeah, from you, I think another thing that could really help would be to find out exactly where these blades are. You can find a way to get that information without tipping anybody off.
Oh, I mean, I'm sure I could probably just go into the museum.
Right now, I think we're assuming that they're in the museum.
But that's 3 days ahead, so...
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Jeff, during this festival, is the time stuff different?
This is when the time stuff is in like full effect during the festival, because it's kind of when all of the valley lines up time-wise.
Okay.
And so certain places like the estate your father has have that 2-day stretch right now, but normally they should be overlapping themselves. They should all be operating on the same day.
Okay. So normally they should be operating, but because of it, they're separate. Because of what's going on, they're separated.
Correct.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure when we see my dad, I can ask questions, be like, hey, I heard the news of like an auction and, can I see it? Where is it? Blah, 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 blah. That shouldn't be too hard.
Yeah, or maybe it would be an excuse to take a tour of his exhibits.
Yeah.
Without even mentioning it. Do you think that he knows the details of how Toger died?
Are you bringing it up again?
Yeah, I am.
My father does his due diligence, so he probably has I'm sure he has a relative idea of how he died. I never got any info from him, so he could. I would go with the assumption that he does, but since he hasn't done anything about it yet, then I think that it's not a priority to him.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like if it was a priority, he would have already figured it out by now.
Mm-hmm. He would have looked into it a long time ago.
Yeah. So whether he knows or not, I would go with the assumption he knows relatively, and I would be on guard just in case. But if it was that important to him, I think he would have known that it was important to him by now.
Okay.
And I mean, he's not the first crow to die, so it happens. I mean, I have 7 other siblings, and out of the 8 of us, there's only 4 of us left.
Mm.
It happens, but I'm sure it'll be fine. It'll be fine. My dad's gonna be too busy getting pissed off at me to make sure anybody else is taken care of.
Yeah, I'm satisfied with that.
Very well. You guys will pull into the Farthen airport. It's about as strange as you kind of thought it would be. You check your tickets, marking the day you'll be arriving. And as you enter into the valley, lights flash, letting you know that the other ship is 2 days behind, which is still your ship that will be arriving. So you can see the lush valley of greens and brighter greens. And when the wind blows, you can see as the branches kind of sway, they go from autumn into winter. But once they come back, the leaves all grow back into their summer glory. The entire city of Farthen is built around the rim of this giant valley. In the center, a single tower. Well, not quite a single tower. There's one tower that you can see, and in the shadow of that, there's another tower different from that one. It seems to be in the same place no matter how you move around it. Up above, you can see 4 suns that arch across the sky, all kind of locked into place. But exiting the airport, Desmond, these are familiar streets and places. For everybody else, this place feels complex but quaint. It's nowhere near the size of Dust Banner. Across from the airport, you can see a church to the harmonium is playing a pleasant tune as you see a couple of them out there trying to hand out flyers. And it's a nice, warm summer day here.
I'll ask Crow if there's any prejudice against androids or anything I have to be worried about here.
You wouldn't have anything to worry about of that. There's androids here and there. There's no kind of prejudice or any kind of problems with them.
I appreciate it.
So, you guys are familiar with Farthen, right? So, do you guys have transportation set up?
No.
Okay. Let me try to make a couple phone calls, see if I can get an escort.
We don't even have a place to stay.
Oh, no? Oh.
No. We
I'm
don't
sure.
even know where it's good to grab breakfast.
Or dinner, depending on the the restaurant we're at and the time of day.
Looking around for food options right now.
Yeah, Jeff, what time of day is it?
Depends on where we're standing, right?
Looks like it is 9 p.m. at night.
Oh, you know what? I think I might know a decent spot not too far from here.
Let's go.
Cool. Let me see if I can call you guys some transportation. Can I make like a phone call to try to get them a driver or a ride of some sort, and then they can follow me?
Yeah, absolutely. Go and toss me a diplomacy, Desmond.
If that don't work, I'm gonna have to try to intimidate them then, because I'll be like, "Oh, you're fired." 22.
Yeah, with the 22, definitely you'll get the response back of like, "Oh, Desmond's in town. Oh, excellent. Yes, absolutely. We'll send a transport for you and your friends. Your father will be so excited."
Okay, awesome, cool. I'll send you the details to come pick us up, and then we're going to stop and grab some food before we head back to the estate.
Your father has called it a night tonight, but the festivities will resume tomorrow early.
Sounds good. So then I would look back to the rest of them. I called in a ride for everybody, and then we're gonna go. We'll grab something to eat, and then we'll head back. We'll head to my family's estate. Sound good?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
So what we would be grabbing, it'd be like a late night pick up or like sit down, like almost like an open stand, where it is a fusion of Caribbean and like a Caribbean stir fry. They have a special chicken meal that it is in like those like Chinese like quart boxes that is to die for. But they serve it to you with chopsticks.
And what is this place called?
Ooh, that's a good one.
I think the Caribbean equivalent in big campaign would probably be Verdant Isles.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it would be Verdant on Fire.
It's forest fire.
Yeah.
Everything's smoked, just slightly.
Awesome. Yeah.
They have some pretty good Corleone whiskey as well, as if you guys are into that. When the ride would get here, I think Desmond would still call Letty to come up and then he would say for the escort to follow him.
Perfect. Yeah. Then is what with your divine bond you summon Letty.
I feel like with the Divine Bond summoning Letty is just that they are just somehow, like how in video games when you call your mounts, they just show up out of nowhere. That next thing you know, you just hear an engine revving, and then 10 feet away from you, this large motorcycle shows up right next to Desmond as he gets on.
The camera that was following your player
Yeah.
snaps to a cutscene. What's going on? Motorcycle.
Right.
No matter what, even inside a building, next thing you know, they're there.
Coming down the stairs.
Mm-hmm. As he would look to you guys, as the escort would come, he says, "Go ahead, follow me, and then we'll get something to eat."
Fancy. Is that divine or arcane?
Divine.
He says with a hair flip.
Yep. And then, as I fake puff my cigar, and then get on, and then you would then see me refuel it with what looks like an energy drink, as
Punch junction into the tube.
Glowing green.
yeah, as you would see Letty almost like thump, like they're enjoying it, and then we would ride off.
Awesome.
The main meal here at Verdant on Fire is wonderful. You guys are able to spend some time there, get drinks, discuss. Even though it is 9 p.m., it is still sunny out. It's just part of this summer festival. So even though it will become later night and early morning, it's always going to be a summer day for while you're here.
Cool. That's why I have this natural bronze skin.
Because you're getting hit with 4 suns at once.
Yup. Don't need a tanning bed in this bitch. Step
Get all
outside.
your vitamin D in 5 seconds.
You ever get sunburned, it always happens tomorrow.
I hate to say it, but I would probably pick up a parasol. Be having my owlbear coat folded over my arm or something like that at this point.
Oh yeah, it's probably hot. Desmond would also, he might be used to it, but like he's in a lot of heavy armor. As you can see him sweating, but he just tries to play it off because he just refuses to take it off.
So yeah, sat at dinner and you're about to break out of a chair. It's like, yeah, I'll probably make mention. Yeah, you look comfortable.
Oh yeah, always comfortable. It's nice, I've learned that as long as I'm ready to go, no problems usually tend to happen. You know what I mean? Because next thing you know, I'm gonna be caught armor on like the can, and then some dude's gonna try to bust it and attack me, and I don't want that.
And that's never happened yet.
Not since I put the armor on.
I'm imagining your armor having the like onesie, like 2-button butt flap on it.
Hey, I had this customized for it to be sleek and still heavy, and yeah, it costs a lot of money. I don't recommend, but it was totally worth it.
It's a wrought iron plate that's that's a hinge like a potbelly stove door.
One small thing you would remember, Desmond, about Farthen birthday parties. That it's common tradition to hide a small statue of Asdan, the god of death, at a party, and whoever finds it gets like a candy bar. Like, it's not a big thing, but it's just a common practice.
And they've made horror movies about it, where instead of a candy bar, it's, you get your
Murder.
eyes gouged out or something.
Yeah.
So who hides the statue? Or is it like a whole bunch of hidden statues all over because everybody does it?
Normally the birthday person hides it.
Alright.
So my dad probably had a statue of Asdan for someone to find, and gets a little attention to him and everything like that. The way it works in Farthen is the person's birthday, they hide the statue, and then whoever finds it, they get a little gift. It's usually like a candy bar or something like that. One time, I was hunting for it with my brother, and then we ended up finding it together, and we fought for it. He got it, but it wasn't a candy bar this time. It was an extra allowance, and I was like, damn, I was going to use that. But, So, it depends on how he's feeling. And now he's dead, so it's okay.
Not said out loud, yeah. I've got that cool story, bro, look on my face.
And because of that, he started all his damn schemes to try to get his rich quick schemes. And look where it led him. Look where it fucking led him.
Got a dope
I
motorcycle.
don't know why your character reminds me of Danny McBride from Righteous Gemstones. It's like, fuck that guy. It's wonderful.
Cool. Well, I guess we ate, so is everybody ready to head back to the estate?
Yeah,
Yeah.
As ready as I'll ever be.
kind of interested to see how you get on with your father.
Me too. It's been a while.
When's the last time you talked to him?
I pieced out of here and then went to Golden a little while ago. It's probably been like a year.
And last time you saw him, you guys were on good terms?
Yeah, I mean, he told me to need to stop messing around and, help the business and everything like that. And I told him, no, that's boring. I'm going to go be a racer. And that's what I did. I mean, it wasn't like, it was, dad, son problems. But I wasn't angry. I don't think he was angry. I think he was just more or less not surprised. But I'm sure it'll be fine. It'll be okay. Yeah, it'll be okay. It'll be okay.
Yeah, how could you not be a racer?
That's what I said.
Is that a Prospera thing?
Yes, it is.
How long were you racing?
So, I don't know if you guys ever saw the big race that happened in Golden a little while ago, but I was ahead of that, and then I knocked out half the team in one fell swoop. I had knocked out half the racers in one fell swoop. But some things kind of happened. I ended up in a black site and fighting this monstrous mutant bullet with this cop and this druid. It was weird. But that was the only official race I actually got to get into. And then after that, I got recruited by my gang. Not gang. We're not official. By my team. So, and then it just, because they were bikers too. And then it just kind of hit it off like that. And then we met Matilda. And it's been pretty sweet since.
Oh yeah, I remember hearing about the cockatrices. I went down to the moot, but I was there on the day that you guys weren't.
Yeah, we started it, but we ended up not doing it because
Yeah, we heard you guys didn't come back.
Yeah, we ended up wrecking some imps. I think we did. I think we wrecked some imps, and then we ended up getting into some other stuff that it just kind of led to a different thing. But hey, we're richer now, so I'm not even upset.
Are you guys gonna go back and try for gang status next year?
Maybe. That'd be kind of cool. Gavin Tech seems a little, he seems a little out there. Maybe try to go there, change some ways and things like that.
Oh, whoa! You going for Gavin Tech's throne?
I mean, hey, you can only go up, right? That's what they say. So that's how I like to go. That's how I like to live.
I'll glance over at Lucius to see what he thinks of that. having met it.
Yeah, I'll kind of chuckle at that and say, I would test those waters before just diving in.
Yeah, there's steps and all that kind of stuff, and that comes with the process and yada, yada, yada. It is, I'm not super worried about it. Me and my team will probably figure it out as we go. We hit some pretty good licks with what we've done so far, so everything seems to be running up. Haven't lost yet, so that's just kind of the high I'm running.
All right. I'm just kind of thinking like, this is the person that we're relying on right now. We've got this.
Did you guys want to engage with the party tonight or get some rest and then pick it up in the morning?
Well, if he's already turned in for the night, we can kind of prowl around without having to worry about running into head dude.
I like that idea.
Yeah, for sure.
Showing up at this time of night, they're able to let you in. Golmex is the Lykel who is the head of security for your father. She would be at one of the video stations, probably watching cameras at this time of night.
Gotcha. Okay, so I would probably go to Golmex's offices, like where she's at first and foremost.
Desmond, it's good to see you back here. I didn't think you were coming.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's Dad's birthday. I know it's been a little while, but I feel like this is going to be a big one, especially with the festival lining up. So I decided to come swing by. Also, I had some free time since I've been busy, finally separating myself from the family business. I've been trying to grow my own, like I've been talking about. You know what I mean?
Her face basically shows like she's heard your spiel before.
Yeah.
And just has that look of, well, that sounds very nice, Desmond. Sounds like you're doing quite well for yourself.
Yeah. I heard Dad turned in already.
Yeah, your father is excited about the raffle tomorrow.
The raffle?
Yes, Barmedius Sky, one of the stockbrokers your father deals with in Aviren, has sponsored up for the party a trip on the Juggernaut, one of the most exclusive clubs around, as well as a 4-hour stop on the Annuli, or the Zell Annulus, the party spot for the gods.
Ooh, that sounds fun. Is the raffle, did people already put in, or can more people apply?
We're taking people up until we're cutting the cake tomorrow around lunch.
Cool. I'll definitely put my name in that ring because that'd be fun to get.
Oh yeah.
Gormix sees what everybody else behind you, Desmond, would.
Yeah.
Golmix will put down her HCOM that is still kind of vibrating, going off. She'll look a little annoyed at that before looking over, and who are the rest of these people?
Oh, sorry for me to be rude. These are some friends of mine, and they came with me. They're going to be staying with me while I'm here. Sorry, I forgot to mention.
I haven't run any security checks on this, Desmond.
No, come on, it's fine. Okay, they're good. We're fine. We're just here, just gonna, have a little fun like we usually do. There's no need for all that. How keeping things informal makes sure that things go by smoother, especially for me and my dad.
It's gonna be a DC 25 versus bluff.
Okay. Nope, that's a 19.
She'll take him back to the guest rooms, but I'm gonna have to check into this.
Gomex, why are you always trying to make everything more complicated? You know what? It's fine. It'll be fine. You're gonna see that there's not gonna be any issues.
She'll start to mutter something under her breath before looking back at her phone. I'm sure it'll be fine. Your father's always a more the merrier kind of guy, so I'm sure it won't be an issue.
Yes, and if there is an issue, just come to me first and we'll figure it out before my dad has to be involved. Stuff is very important for him. He doesn't need to deal with any of this bullshit.
That's true. All right. You're the only kid that came, so we'll try to keep this under wraps.
Okay, so just come to me if you have a problem.
All right. I'll let Master Muglin know that we have some more guests.
Thank you. Appreciate it. We're gonna just also hit the party a little bit, the festival a little bit more, but have him come to me once their rooms are ready.
Will do. I'll send you a text.
Sweet. Thanks, Golmex.
Yeah, and she'll sit down and pop up her HCOM and start typing away furiously at it.
And I will kind of gesture for the guys to follow me so we get a little bit distance from her before I whisper to them. And then I will whisper okay, so I know you guys asked me before, if they know who you are, then they know who you are. But she should be coming to me first. She'll probably be like, oh my god, you don't know who these people are, blah, blah, blah. And then, I'll figure it out then. It'll be fine. But it seems like, at the moment, we're good. Okay?
Is there anything inherently disagreeable about who we actually are?
Well, no, but you guys asked me if my dad knows about what you guys did with Toger.
Oh, yeah. Shit, yeah.
So, if that does catch wind in some kind of way, I got to handle it. It's okay.
Wow, you're the only one that showed up?
Yeah, as I've mentioned before, my father can be a little abrasive about how he wants things to go, and you know how it is with your parents wanting you to do something and then you not wanting to do it, and then it ends up becoming a whole thing, right? I'm not the only one, right?
I wish I had parents, says the robot.
Yeah.
Dodge will just laugh and be like, no, that's an entanglement I don't need.
Actually, shit, yeah, I think that puts you as what? If Desmond says that Lucius's parents have both disappeared,
Right.
Force's parents have passed, and the android doesn't have any.
Yeah, you just got some blank ass stares.
But
Even
I
characters
guess I
don't
would-
have parents.
Be smiling and looking at Lucius, thinking about his grandparents, anyways.
Either way, you get it. Someone who is like takes care of you, wants you to do something that you don't want to do, yada yada yada.
Yeah, family footsteps.
I look to Lucius.
All right, let's let's hit this party. Let's see if we can get a little bit of like reconnaissance going on. Ask around, see if anyone's heard the swords, see if anyone's caught wind of them.
Yeah, heading out into the main festival area. There's a lot of those kind of like white cloth tents. Kind of imagine.
Wait, before we start any further, that person that Desmond you just talked to, is that your guys' like head of security?
She is the head of security.
Okay, so she is the actual head of security. Okay.
And so if we were trying to, say, get a security system restart or flush, we'd have to get through her or someone under her?
Yeah, probably. It'd probably be easier when the festival's more active, because she'd probably be more on the ground floor, and then her subordinates would be easier to distract than her.
Okay.
She's kind of as you can see that she's kind of unbending.
No, for sure. That's what you expect from a head of a security.
Yeah. So, and she'll punch the shit out of you.
I disagree, but...
Should punch the shit out of me.
Imagine kind of like an outside wedding vibe. Large white cloth tents set up around the area. There's a sun pattern to both the tablecloths as well as the tent cloth. In the background is Vincilian Crow's main home. That's not including where you guys can see further back the lights that would be for his garden, swimming pool area, and then further lights for the museum. Servants move about the area in predictable patterns with drinks and food still. There's still people out dancing and moving around. The food is being provided by perennial favorites. Right now it looks like at night they're serving from their winter menu. Chefs are outside working with open flames, knives, pans, all that. You can see floating in the middle of all this a large Hedron disc surrounded by keyboard. Desmond, this is DJ Hexlock. And you guys can see over at the open bar, there's a left and right station being hosted by the famous Djinn and Tonic team of Illican servers.
Awesome. Yeah, so Desmond will look to the rest of the guys like, hey, if you guys want to grab yourself another bite or grab a drink, start talking, chatting around, I'm going to try to see if I can put that work order in for our guys.
Yeah, sounds good. And I'll grab a drink.
For a lot of the people here, they all look like upper-class rich folk, all done up in fancy attire for this summer party. But there are a few famous people here. One you will recognize, lounging over with a group showing off her guns, is Okani Clash, the Corlean duelist.
Her literal guns.
Mm-hmm.
She's not a bodybuilder.
Yeah.
As far as I know, maybe she's a bodybuilder duelist.
Also, Desmond would let you guys know that he's not trying to be incognito, so if you guys are in conversation with anybody, you're more than welcome to drop his name as your affiliation with why you're here.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool. So I'm gonna go try to fill this work order in for our guys, and then I guess for us to ship the passkey card to them as well, since they're technically gonna be 2 days behind us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yep. So that's what I'm gonna go do.
All right. As Desmond heads off, the rest of you, the party is afoot.
Yeah, I'd be kind of wandering over to where this gun show is happening,
I'll follow Lucius.
flexing while showing off guns. Probably have gun show tattoos on their biceps.
I'll stick with the group for now. How short a walk? It seems like it's a short walk to get to the museum on the grounds.
Correct. Physically, it looks like, it's the end of a long park. But crossing those, it would still burn that the hours difference between them.
Right. But yeah, I think we're heading over to the gun show.
Okani Clash she's bragging about her latest duel. She did over in Core Junction, talk about her trick shots and saying that she's almost mastered the ability to shoot another bullet out of the air. But seeing you all walk up, she looks over and snaps her fingers. Have I seen you guys before?
We don't have Jake Palace here, but I think we have met her before.
Yeah. You guys were at the Del Reese party last year, right?
Yeah, a good one that was. And I'll try to distract from the who we are and bring the conversation more towards maybe their pistols. Yeah, those are pretty cool right there. I've got a pistol, but I'm horrible with it.
She'll play it off with that. Well, you gotta have a real talent for guns. They're not for amateurs.
Obviously. So you think you can almost shoot a bullet out of the air?
She said that she almost mastered it, which means she's already done it several times. Isn't that what that means?
Correct.
That sounds like a party trick. What are you saving that for?
My dueling card is open, but it's a hell of an intro to tell me you're not any good with your gun.
I just want to see it happen. I'll be joking a bit. And then kind of say, I hear that it's Vincilian. Yeah. I hear that Vinny is a collector, collects weapons. How do you know him?
He invited me to this party. I've done a couple duels for him before in the past.
Like exhibitions?
Yeah, both display as well as professional.
Now, is that just what is involved in professional dueling?
Well, usually there's a legal matter that needs to be settled that can be handled with combat. We can shoot for first blood, see who misses, or to the death. Believe me, the last one doesn't come up very often.
Do you only duel with people with guns?
I mean, it wouldn't be fair if I didn't.
And your opponent has to use guns?
I mean, I'd hope so. It'd be a hard duel without him.
I can manage it. I say, slyly.
How many duels have you done to the death?
2.
I imagine you remember their names?
I do. Yeah, behind you guys, you can hear a crowd of people go, "Oh my God!" as they scream out. As you can see a couple of kind of tall, attractive human actors, which 4 you would recognize as Rance Shivs and Denny Vales, the actors who played Axis, Arcani, and Jamak in the movie.
Oh, nice.
You can see them shaking hands, sunglasses on as they're sipping away at their drinks. But Arcani you want to go, Dosh model? There's another one around you here. I didn't think you guys were much for fighting. A little too fancy. As she looks at your gold cane.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'll say, think about it. I might take you up on that offer.
She'll laugh at that, and, well, you let me know. And then we'll go back to talking to her captive audience.
Yeah. I'll say, well, I might be able to create a distraction if we need one.
Yeah, a good one on that. I was trying to see if maybe they might get lured into talking about Vincilian's weapons collections, if he has a collection of just weapons, but maybe they're more business friends.
All right, Desmond. So as you go into the main offices here, what's your plan?
So I'd be going into the main office. I'd be looking for pretty much the personal deliveries and packages. I don't.
Their desk would be empty at night.
I guess I would leave a message. Then I'd leave a note. If there's no one I can talk to personally, I would leave a note then that I have a delivery coming for the museum, and to contact me once you get this info, so I can let them know all the details.
Yeah, absolutely. You'll be able to put that on their desk, knowing that they'll reach out to you once they come back.
Cool. Okay, after that, then I would head back into the party and look for the rest of the team.
Yeah, on your way back, you'll bump into probably the tallest or largest void you've ever seen, pushing almost 6'5". Their head just glowing with bright light, But you recognize them. This is the famous wrestler, the Celestial, as they'll, oh, excuse me there.
Then I would like look at them and I'm like, oh, yeah, no, it's okay. You're the Celestial, right?
Yeah, they'll turn around. If I'm wrong, I'm not. Want me to sign your armor?
Yeah, actually, that'd be kind of cool. Can you sign it right on, like, as he would put it on his shoulder pad, his left shoulder pad? Can you actually sign right there?
Yeah, he'll pop the cap off a Sharpie from a nearby desk and then sign in big sweeping letters, the Celestial.
And then I'd be like, so, did you get personally invited by my dad?
Yeah, Vincilian said he wanted people here for the display.
Display? Which display?
For the raffle and the party tomorrow, we're having a bit of a show. Some wrestling, some dueling. I heard Golbek's here. He's trained in golem armor, and I'm going to flip her.
Oh, you're going to try to flip her? Ooh, that'll be interesting to see.
Does he literally mean he's going to pick her up and flip her?
Yeah, in her mech suit.
I like this guy.
Yeah. I will tell you, man, she's tough, so I would say good luck with that. But do you know everybody who's going to be performing?
I don't know who all is supposed to.
That gives me a little bit of an idea. Hey, Celestial, you're awesome. Thanks, but I gotta get going.
Yeah, finger guns and stay well, fan.
And I would keep on walking.
I like that he announces he says finger guns. I hope he didn't actually do them. He just says it.
I'm sending you sentiment verbally.
Finger guns.
Desmond, as you head back out, you'll get the air horns from DJ Hexlock as they'll, Desmond Crow!
I'd put my hands up, pointing back at him as I'm kind of just like running through the party.
Yeah, high fives all around, people cheering and lifting up drinks to you. The rest of you will definitely be aware once Desmond's back in the back at the party.
I would grab a drink, slam it, and then I would look for the rest of them. See if I can see them.
Would you guys still be over by Okani, or would you guys be wandering around?
Wandering around this point.
I think I'm hovering around Rance and Danny's circle. Just,
Getting a glimpse of greatness.
Yep. Starstruck.
I'm the one that's awkwardly in a owlbear coat, though, in the middle of a fancy dressed party.
Is Rance Shivs, does he have a reputation as an actor for being an asshole?
No. As far as for Rance,
Do they try and cast like a Tom Hanks type?
imagine what Rance is like The Rock before he got weird.
All right. I like how you can decide when that is.
Yeah. No, Rance has a pretty average reputation. Denny, as part of being the one who played Axis, does actually donate a fair amount of their time to helping build homes for those that don't have it, or repairing things for people that are under-incomed.
I get.
Desmond, you'll be able to spot the crew as they are at the party here.
They're all in different spots at the moment, right?
Mhm.
Okay. If I can like make eye contact with them for a moment, and then just for them to try to see where I'm going with this, and then I'm going to walk up to DJ Hexlock.
Yeah, DJ Hexlock will float down about 5 feet and, what's going on, Des?
Hey, man, it's good to see you. I got a message that I think that I want to send out to the party, if that's cool.
Yeah, what do we got?
Is it okay if I get on the mic?
Yeah, he'll pass it down to you.
As Desmond would grab the microphone and clear start like, evening, everyone. I'm glad to see that a bunch of people can make it, and then the party's still going. As we have that, my father has turned in for the night, and he would like look to the left and right, and like try to and fake whisper into the mic. I have it on good authority that whoever finds this Asden statue will receive something special. As then he would like wink, if you catch my drift.
Yeah, whispers will move through the crowd.
But just so you know, he puts fake ones around. So if you find one, you got to make sure it's the right one. You'll have to bring it to him if you catch my drift.
All right, go and toss me diplomacy.
Would bluff work? Because I don't know shit about what I'm talking about.
Perfect. Then yes, go and toss me that bluff.
We weren't told about decoys.
13.
Okay. Yeah, people the whispers still go about, right? The rumor is started that there might be something more, but you can definitely hear people like, well, I've never seen that. What? There has been a single one found yet. The party's been going for at least 5 days.
Yep, just figured I'd try to put that in people's heads to try to see if it can cause a little bit more chaos.
Can I try to assist him kind of by being like, I found one! And like tucking it in my coat real fast with like a bluff check?
Sure. Go ahead and give me we'll do this DC 20.
Okay.
And then if you pull it off, then Desmond will get to re-roll his.
29.
Ooh.
Yeah, the crowd, as people like, what? That's impossible. I was just over there. Blah, blah. Desmond, if you want to try to re-roll to like play off that.
Okay, let's see. It's better than 13.
Yeah.
I'd be like, yeah, you see? Hey, better make sure it's the right one. As I'm pointing towards Dosh.
Yeah, I start to like hold my coat, like I'm holding something in it, and start making my way kind of towards the back of the party.
You will have an Azdan statue.
Just manifest in my coat.
It is an illusion that
Yeah,
is following you.
Okay.
But it's what Lucius
Thinks
thinks
an Azdan.
Azdan looks like.
Yep. It's just a buddy Jesus.
It's like a spooky.
He found the fake one.
It's a spooky skeleton.
Bone Daddy bobblehead with a top hat.
I was like, oh, this isn't one. This is a decoy.
People will rush over then to take a look at this decoy.
Right, but I'm not interested in other people touching it. So if it's drawing a crowd, people getting too close, it's going to just kind of do a very special effects turn to like glitter, disappear kind of thing, like as if it's like a fake one.
Yeah, like there's like a little song and then explodes into sparkles. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. So yes, Dosh humbly shows everyone his fake Azdan statues that doodle-doo-doo-doo, and then turns into glitter and drifts away.
Yeah, the real one makes the sound when you get an item in Zelda.
For the evening part of the party, people are starting to scatter a little bit. Like people are, I'm just gonna use the restroom. As people are finding excuses to drift further apart while looking around for stuff.
I'll make my way back up to Desmond then. You obviously had a plan, and now I'm curious to see where this is going.
Yeah.
All of you, once you're all standing together, you all see there is one drunk-looking halfling. As she has got, you can see like there's a worm at the bottom of her cup. As she's wobbling a little bit, looks at you guys and kind of like chuckle laughs, and then goes back to drinking.
I'm gonna attempt to maybe do some sense motive and see if maybe they realize that was a trick that we put on. Try to get a hunch on that.
No human bonus. It's a halfling charm.
I'm also not talking to him, so this ain't gonna be the best. Total of 17, so.
Yeah, you get the feeling that either they're too drunk to really enjoy it, and so they're just laughing at the scene, or they're laughing because they're in on the joke with you.
Right. All right, so I'll push that. Their drink is gonna start to taste like hot chocolate.
Immediate spit take. You'll see the Illican tonic as they're standing there. They get sprayed with this Verdant Island tequila as they just, oh, come on, Vereen, hold your liquor, Jesus, and starts to walk away. The halfling's looking at their cup and, the fuck?
While everyone's crowded around, I would whisper to them that, okay, guys, so my dad's got this itinerary going for all these performances that's going to happen during the raffle. I think if we can find out the itinerary and then we pick which time we know when to interrupt the raffle going on, then we let the other team know so they'll have time to prep. And at that exact same time, they can do what they got to do to make sure that the least amount of eyes would be on them.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that makes sense to me.
And why do you have people running around looking for fake statues?
Causes more chaos because now people are going to be trying to fight over something that my dad's going to try to give them, and then it's going to end up causing more confusion. I think I might still have an old Azdan statue in my room, so that could be another thing that someone finds it and tries getting into my deck because I don't really know if he hid one or not. And then, we can see what it goes. It causes, the more chaos, the less that people are going to be able to control it, I'd say.
Alright. It kind of sucks 'cause it's like a 3rd level spell. But somebody is going to find another Azdan statue. Like, let's say there's like some lady looking through a bush right now. She's going to see one. The DC 18.
Alrighty. This random guest has a +2 to their will save. And on a 10, they're absolutely convinced this is real.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm going to say this one's in a different pose than the other one. Maybe it's doing a 2 hands in the air
Salute the
victory
sun.
pose.
Don't care.
But when they draw a large enough crowd, it's going to do the same thing that the last statue did.
Much to her sadness, as the Celestial picks her up, putting them on his shoulders, they will hear the doodle-doo, and it turns to glitter and drifts away, which just inspires
Yellow.
more people to start looking harder.
So close.
And with all this chaos, it might give Golemix a run for her money with working, so it'll keep her away from looking into you guys, possibly.
Sure, people are going to be trying to sneak into weird areas.
Exactly.
The bathroom cams are going to go off with people lifting up the back of the toilets, looking inside the...
All they do is find taped guns from all the mafia guys that get bored and forget their weapons.
All I found was a bunch of guns.
Useless guns!
We're all signing up for that raffle, right?
Absolutely.
DJ Hexlock will continue to play music for another few hours as people look around, spending most of their time now trying to find fake Azdans. Unless there's anything else you want to do, you can take a nap before the morning ceremonies begin.
Yeah, I think once I got the call that their rooms are ready, I would let them know for us to all get some rest.
We get these raffle tickets, right?
Mhm.
I'll ask, I'll go over to Fours and be like, see your ticket. Which number do you get?
Is it like the roll of
Right.
red tickets?
Yes, yeah, the spinny box.
All right.
Our numbers are sequential.
Yeah, mine starts in 08.
And I'm gonna commit that to memory. I got 07.
For the raffle, can each of you make up a number between 1 and 100? And I'll write that down for you. And then when we roll the D100, if that's your number, you got it.
Ooh.
003, but they're gonna pick one up that looks like Fours' ticket.
Makes me want to spend the rest of this time trying to get multiple raffle tickets in there.
Dosh and Desmond, you want to make up a number for me? I know John's going to rig it, but...
Yeah, I'll throw my number in for 77.
I feel like Desmond sounds like a 69 kind of guy.
You're right. You know what? You are correct. Absolutely. Absolutely. I changed my number to 69.
Okay, all right, but 69. Dosh, what do you got?
I'll do 77 in the name of Desmond here.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Perfect. The evening festivities will wind down as you guys will all be brought to fairly nice rooms. These guest rooms definitely put your Amon sleeping arrangement to shame. For most of you, this is probably one of the nicest places you've stayed at. There are hardlight servants in every room, so if you need to request for room service or anything, you can do.
For someone that usually sleeps on a couch.
Just before I rest, I would like to see if I do have an old Azdan statue that I just kept in my quarters, and then if I can actually have the itinerary of the performances.
So you check through. You cannot find that Azdan statue.
Okay.
You swear you left it here, but it's been years since you've been back really in your old room.
Right.
And so it's one of those things where you notice that like all your socks are still folded and put away, like in color corded, and it's like one of the help came through here and have put this somewhere.
I still got my band posters up.
The help.
Are we staying in like a guest quarters, or are we in the main house with the like Desmond's room and stuff?
Yeah, guest quarters, kind of like all outside, kind of a yurt
Okay.
kind of setup. Think very fire festival.
Yeah. See, this is
Still
a big
trying to
scam.
do 2.0.
The grift will never stop. As far as the itinerary for tomorrow, Desmond, you'll get that early on when you get the message in the morning from Dorham over at Facilities and Maintenance is confirming the bike delivery. When is that supposed to be, sir?
It would be a day from now, right?
Correct, yeah.
Yes. So tomorrow I got a couple guys delivering a special bike, okay, as like a present, and I want to go right into the museum.
Very well, sir. Yeah, I'll put that on the list. We have some other people coming in for the museum, so that should be just fine.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it'll be a delivery crew called the Cockatrices.
You'll hear the clack of the keyboard is, all right, it's noted.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Can you get me some materials to ship something? I gotta send a package out.
Yeah, absolutely. We have the materials to help get that going.
Okay, cool. Thank you. And I'll go ahead and send like the package of what their cover is, and with my pass key card, with my key card.
Cool. Okay.
Since we're not gonna be able to actually be in contact with them, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. Is there any messages that you guys want me to send? Don't fuck
good.
this up.
That they're gonna get at like now, or when are they getting this message?
They would get this message when they turn up here because they're a day behind us. It's like I'm sending the package to them now, so it can get to them tomorrow.
The message to Oswald to just not be so awkward.
Take off your backpack.
Okay. Okay. Well, then I'll get that message sent. Be like Lucius says, "Don't be awkward." Forrest says, "Take off the damn backpack." Dosh says hi.
Gosh, says, be true to yourself.
Stay in school. Show me your boobs.
Miley emoticon.
Cool. And then I would meet up with everyone, let them know that the message is sent for them, and that I have the itinerary so we can choose. Oh, I guess what were the performances? Because I'd have to let them know what time they should.
Yeah, they're doing starting with a wrestling match, and then there is a race, and then the duel.
Ooh. Do we want to interrupt the race, the duel, or the wrestling match?
What's the duel? Who's the Archon or the Clash versus who?
It doesn't have an opponent listed yet.
Okay, it could be me if they haven't found an opponent yet.
I'm sure I could put a word in if they don't have a designated opponent as well, if need be.
Yeah.
That would be a distraction in itself, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was just thinking thematically, where's the event that John can plug into?
You gotta wrestle the Celestial
Same thing and a dueling thing.
Yeah. It's just about to flip the golem armor, and I just jump out with a steel chair.
Cool. So is the duel the one that we want to try to go for?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be the one right before like the actual official raffle, so it'd be when everyone's probably like at the largest performance of it, right?
That's true.
Cool.
The most people to watch.
Mm-hmm. So then I would let them know at the time of when the time of the duel's going down that's when they should hit.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good.
Cool. And I think Desmond will lay low, even though he knows that his dad knows that he's here. I think Desmond will lay low till about the duel time, and then he's going to crash interrupt his father, like the thing, and then get Dosh to be the one to duel.
Okay.
Do we have the details on what the race is supposed to be?
I imagine so, if I got the info.
Yeah, it looks like it was supposed to be... Basically, it's a race to the towers and back. So, like, the results of the race will come after the duel.
I see.
But they're looking for the, basically, fastest time to it. But they're letting... People are more than welcome to use Farthen geography how they'd like to use it.
That'd be fun. I'd be like, chumps. I'd beat them. But,
Home field advantage.
But yeah, morning food, you can smell... you can smell all sorts of morning foods being cooked, sandwiches being prepped and readied for the day. People starting to get up and talk about the information from the night before, as they, that there's fake Azdan statues, as that's passing around.
Yeah, how many more level 3 spells you got, John?
It's the next morning. I got more.
Say one for me, I might need it.
Think my level 3 spells are useful?
I'm gonna be dueling to the death. Please save me a slot. Thank you.
Tongues.
For your dying words.
Right. I do intend on starting to throw out some every now and then, if something looks kind of suspicious, or an area. I guess I'm kind of randomly throwing out detect secret doors and detect magic. See if I can't cheat my way into finding this Azdan statue.
Cheating at the Easter egg hunt.
You know it.
Love it.
Pushing over the kids.
There's a couple of spells that I wish that I had taken. One of them would be locate object, but another one, locate object. Be really nice right about now.
Yeah, I mean, the secret doors that you're picking up are all built into the, the food stands, the DJ Hexlock's floating kind of keyboard setup.
Yeah.
You're not finding a lot of
Nuisance trips.
You're finding, stuff like that as far as out here in the festival area. As far as detect magic goes, all your usual culprits will glow. Of course, allies and friends, but you'll see like the Okani clashes, guns and armor, the Celestials' bracers. When Vancillion shows up, several rings as well as their outfit, their coat will glow. But this place is definitely a ley line, so there's a lot of various magics kind of in the background, which is where your arm, you'd see the runes on it switch and kind of rotate until it locks into place, and you can feel the knowledge of kind of being able to manipulate the ley line here and manipulate time magic start to come to you.
Yeah, I'll kind of try to experience that a little bit, because I'm like, what the hell just happened there? I guess is like the next person comes by with like a mimosa or something like that, I'll grab a drink and say thank you and touch them on the shoulder, and they'll just freeze in place. And then, just for a couple seconds, and then they'd release.
Yeah, as they pop back, oh, sorry, sir. I wasn't listening. What was that?
And I'm a little bit too dumbfounded at that point. Good drink. Thank you.
Desmond, you would get that text from Colmix being like, hey, can we talk about your friends?
Desmond would message back, yeah, you can meet me, because the festival that's going on, it's like outside, right?
Yeah.
Are there how there's like those like larger buildings with like large windows that would be kind of connected to outside, like courtyard, like in like a second floor, third floor kind of thing?
Yeah.
I tell them that they can meet me privately up there. That's where I'm at right now, because like I said, I would be trying to lay low still. Okay.
They'll reach out to you to meet them there so they can speak to you. While Desmond's on his way, Fours, Dosh, what are you guys up to this morning?
Is there like many security guys out on the floor with data pads?
Yeah, you'd see there's definitely private security here. The guys that are meant to look like they blend in, but don't.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm gonna try to lift a data pad off of one if they have one.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, at that size, give me a sleight of hand.
So I want to go about this in a not just like steal it kind of way.
Oh, okay.
I kind of want to social engineer this a little bit. So what I want to do is I want to grab 2 drinks, one in each hand, and walk up to one and look very like mad, like frustrated, mad, and be like, I swear I just saw that man, and then like point to one of the the Hollywood guys like assistants and be like, put something in these drinks, and like hand them out for him to take the drinks and be like, you need to test these right now. Like hold my hand out to take the data pad, like I'm holding it for him while he figures out what to do with these drinks. Does that make sense?
Yeah, okay. Give me a bluff. This guy is professional security, so we'll put this at DC 25.
33. Bluff's kind of my thing.
At 33, he doesn't even stop to think about that the android is worried about the spiked drinks. Like,
yeah.
That kind of thing. But yes, crap, and they'll hand over their data pad as you hand over a drink, and they hand over another drink, and they, oh shoot, kind of go into that moment of not sure what they're supposed to do holding these, but you're upset.
Yeah, I'm like ushering him, like, you gotta get him out of here, go! As I try to usher him out, like at least away from me, so I can blend back into the crowd.
Okay, if you're gonna try to blend back into the crowd, then go and give me a stealth check.
Okay. Yeah, I can
Let's
try
see
that.
here. Yeah, we'll post this with his sense motive
27. I rolled a 15.
as he kind of starts to step away, but then like, oh shoot, I don't have my data pad. Kind of turns around.
Oh, damn, you rolled good.
He's gonna have to chase you.
So we get this moment where he stops, holding 2 drinks, turns around, sees you drifting into the crowd, matching you on this number. Though you hear him start to call out for you.
Like, there's crowds of people. I'm just gonna set the data pad on it, like, in a way where he won't be able to see me do it. Maybe this would be the sleight of hand check, but like, put it on a table and then go back to him.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and give me that.
21.
As he'll comes over holding both drinks, and Doshmal, can you point out who did this exactly? I'm going to need your confirmation over here, and he'll try to bring you back for a bit, but does not seem to be aware that you've set down the data pad.
Yeah, I'm gonna sliver to Force to go grab it. There's a data pad on the table over there,
Alright.
and then
I'll swoop into the table with a little paper plate full of hors d'oeuvres.
Perfect.
And then when I'm talking to him, I'm just gonna like make shit up, right? Like I'm not gonna. I'll be like, oh no, point to a different guy this time. Act like I'm disinterested at this point a little bit. Like it's not my job to do your job. Like you're a security guy, you deal with it.
Okay, yeah, you'll definitely be able to distract him for a bit here. So, Force, grabbing the data pad, what are you up to?
I'm going to take a look at what sort of security team we're looking at. I am assuming that this person is in contact with the rest of the team, so...
From what you're seeing here, it looks like they're on par with what Applied Solutions level of security, like a local version of them.
Okay. So they're fairly well funded.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess I'm going to sliver to Dash and be like, do you know what I should be looking for?
I was thinking you might be able to find this location of the sword, if possible, if it's something on their list to protect. And then also you might be able to see if you could schedule like a shift change right when the heist is supposed to go on.
Yep.
If there's anything you can do like that.
Schedule a shift change for during the duel.
Yeah, that's when they're going to be running the heist. Then yes.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'll see if there's any sort of scheduling thing that could be handled from this data pad. I might need different access.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a computer use.
Bloop. Hey, it happened right away. 31.
Excellent. Yeah, you're able to quickly scroll through here and see where people are stationed, how many security agents are on shift at any one time. And yeah, it's not necessarily hard to find basically like their Outlook calendar, kind of their alerts, and put in an extra one for museum duty to swap out during the time of the duel.
Perfect.
And it does look like these swords will be delivered to the museum.
Oh, okay.
Looks like they should be arriving today during the cutting of the cake.
I'll sliver that to the team. Is there any way we can take advantage of that?
I would think so.
They're arriving today during the cutting of the cake, but that means...
A distraction, and
Does that mean everything is thrown off?
Theoretically, we wouldn't be able to get to them because they're going to go directly to the museum.
Yeah.
I would assume, and it would take us a day
to get there.
To get there, anyways.
Yep, exactly.
Do they have the abjurationists booked yet? All right. Who do they hire?
And if you're possible to get that data pad back to me in some manner, I don't know if you're sneaky enough, but
Oh yeah. I'm sneaky enough.
okay.
Yeah, you'll see that Leyline Securities has been hired for the abjuration services, as well as there is a cleaning crew coming to set up the area. And then you'd see on there that there is a bike delivery coming around that same time.
Is the abjurationists happening after the bikes arrive?
Before the bikes, after the location cleaners.
Okay, because the bikes are our guys.
Mhm.
All right, who do they have for location cleaners?
Looks like a small
Just
company.
whoever they hire locally for.
Yeah.
All right, and when are they coming in?
Tomorrow during the sword should be delivered during the cake ceremony.
Mm-hmm.
And so the cleaners would show up tomorrow after that, after the cake ceremony, but before the abjurationists. That way they can prep the site where the swords go.
Okay, but our guys are coming in after all that.
Correct.
All right, so none of this matters.
Can you use the data pad to change that around? Like put in a reschedule? Or can we call the abjurationists acting as behalf? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll check to see if all that stuff is yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like you could move that back if you wanted. Like, if you push it back, it'll still ask for confirmation, but you could try to move it to a different time.
If I can, is it possible to delay the abjurationists until after the bikes?
You can move it in the schedule. Like, they'll still probably show up at the time that they're supposed to be.
But it would cause us some more chaos, right?
Correct.
You get that scene where it's like, no, we're supposed to be here, and then you're not on our schedule. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, we can always just float out the idea that there are more exhibits, bikes coming in, and we're not going to have you come out for 2 house calls, so we're gonna have you wait until after the bikes.
Yeah.
I'll pour all my sass into my rescheduling emails as I fire those out from this data pad.
You're getting your corporate lingo workout in.
Perfect. Thanks for listening. Like, rate, review, subscribe. You know all the jazz. Also, please give a listen to our wonderful guest, Psycho, and his podcast, Clash of Crits. The music you heard was from Nihilor. Our opening and closing are 10,000 people screaming, "I'm an individual." You also heard Escape, as well as Erosion. Sound effects by Pixabay. And happy almost end of the new year. All right, bye.